Now, before we start with this totally unbiased commentary, I first have a bone to pick with HarryIsCool97. I know that this is a game that you're looking at now that we haven't played in ages, but at the time you made such a big deal about this that I had to record it as a witness testimony. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just driving along now, and the accusation is that when I drive off here, after this, so yeah, you see me drive, and then you see him completely shunt me in the back, and then I'm trying to move course. I do crash in before that. However, can I just say that he did crash into me before that? I had absolutely no choice in what I was chosen to do in that aspect. HarryIsCool97, you need to shut up and watch the video, okay? And enjoy it.
Hey, yo, DJ, put a nigga back to the record, baby, and give me this right now.
Okay, so after the Dashers mauling against HarryIsCool97, a lot of people seem to have wanted me to do some more commentary. But I'm sad to report that this is the game that I've been chosen to commentate on in what is such a dreadful stadium here in the FUT Champions Arena. And it's now just turned into 2-0 now against probably one of the greatest Ultimate teams to at least grace PlayStation 4 servers. Danny Hotspur, they've gone 2-0 down after what has been such a terrible display by the opposing team, just completely going on that one side, completely ugly, disgusting, retarded football almost. It's and now here he goes again. He's going on that side and it's going for a shot and it's deflected and in. It's 3-0 now. 23 minutes in from Timo Werner, a man who is currently playing for Chelsea, who lost to Arsenal the other day, may I just say. And I'm pretty sure Timo Werner doesn't even do that well for them, but yeah, because it's FIFA and because EA don't really do much scouting and don't really care about how current footballers are doing, for some reason he's highly rated on this game and he's actually really good. Anyways, as we carry on, and Danny Hotspur need to respond right now. So Gravenberch, one of the youngsters that's been brought on, and it's Frankie de Jong. He's got some space in the backfield here. Good save from Alisson, and it's been brought out for a corner 28 minutes in. They need a response. They're going to play it short here. Adama Traore crosses it in instead. Dumfries is free, and it's scored! That's exactly the response that they needed. Immediately coming into the first half right here. They were 3-0 down, but they're coming back now. Coming back with a 3-1, a fantastic header, great play, completely fooled by that short corner, thinking he was going to play it short. That was never the intentions. Denzel Dumfries slamming it home for Danny Hotspur, and they are back in this contest here. They just need to defend this attack here, and they're going into the box again, and it's a deadly position. He goes for the shot. Fantastic save from Hugo Lloris. And they're going back up the other way now. Vinicius Jr., he's got acres of space. He's seeing green. He can see the goal in front of him. Alisson can't save it! It's 3-2! Who would have thought? Such character to come back right away in such a big stage as FUT Champions. In such a terrible stadium it is, but the home fans can't believe it. The away fans, they can't believe it. Some of them were looking at leaving at 3-0 down. I would as well. I wouldn't want to sit in this absolutely horrific stadium. But still, 3-2. This is a ball game now. Just coming to half-time as well. Let's see how they respond. They've got the momentum now, Danny Hotspur. Kevin De Bruyne for the other team. I forgot the other team's name, I'm afraid. But I do know some of the players. Aubameyang. They're playing in a 4-2-4 formation. Not really an ideal formation because you don't leave that much space for midfielders, as we discussed in the last game. But Timo Werner tried to score again, but Lloris with a great save. And that's provided a lot of space for Memphis Depay to run onto. In for Memphis Depay, I should add. He just gets clobbered by Virgil van Dijk. No foul given by the referee. It would have been a bit harsh, admittedly. Van Bergen trying to make a run. Again, clobbered. But it's okay. Danny Hotspur keep possession here. Fred. Over to Memphis. Over to Frankie de Jong. He's trying to thread the needle and finds Fred in the backfield! field! Unbelievable! He scored 2 goals already in this first half to bring them back into the game. It's 3-3 after such what was a shocking start. We've now got some actual fantastic football on display here. And now they're looking to counter. They're looking to react immediately. Adama Traore in the left back role, slamming it back, making sure that it's going nowhere near the goal. They're still on the attack. Son Heung-min, one of the few attackers that he actually has who is actually doing pretty good for his club. They're going to play it short. They do. Bruno Fernandes. That was a great tackle there by Frankie de Jong. Oof, just a bad through ball there for Dumfries. Van Bergen couldn't get on the end of it here. And that's saved away after this corner. I think the half-time whistle should be blown. I mean, it should be blown anyway. So, yeah, it gets crossed in. Frankie de Jong clears it away, and that should be half-time. That should be half-time, referee. Referee! Referee! This is half-time. What are you talking about? Why are we still playing? Well, Danny Hotspur, for some reason, have to defend yet another attack, even though the ref should have called half-time! Unbelievable! 4-3 in the second half, and now the referee calls for half-time, and I don't get why the fans are cheering on there. That is disgraceful. I mean, you know, you always say about how dodgy referees are in this game, but it just seems that they just get worse and worse as the years go by. Like, to just completely neglect the added time that was put on. It's almost as if that it was meant to be conceded then. It's almost like it was a part of a script, you could say. And anyways, Danny Hotspur have to respond after that. Completely... It was also that, you know, they could have tried to defend it, you could say, but really, you know, I think they was expecting that the referee was going to call for half time because that's the rules of football at the end of the day. Timo Werner now, he's got space for Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min looking for a pass back here to to Kevin De Bruyne, who shoots. I think the defence had it covered then. I mean, De Bruyne can score from that range. It is a deadly, but, you know, they need to wake up here. They're not really reacting, and that isn't a good start by passing it over to Fred, the smallest person on the Danny Hotspur team. Timo Werner with the shot and scores at the edge of the box there. It's 5-3 now. Probably the worst times to concede, just before and just after the halftime team talk there. And it's a disgraceful goal, really. Especially as we say, Timo Werner not doing well for his club in real life, but for some reason in FIFA, he all of a sudden turns into the next Thierry Henry. Absolutely don't know how Danny Hotspur will respond to this. Adama Traore, they're now trying to pass it around the back. Hugo Lloris just picks it up. That's all he can do, really. Launches it upfield, over to Memphis. Trying to keep it in here. Frankie de Jong with a good back pass there, trying to play space. Fred now. It seems like the manager wants to make some changes for Danny Hotspur, which you can completely understand in a way. I mean, with the way that it's not been the performance, you could say. It's mainly just how disgraceful that the team for some reason has acted to. It's almost like they're not playing football. It's almost like this is just a pretend version of football, and that it's just a disgraceful display by the opposition, and they don't know how to defend because they only know true realistic football. They struggle when it comes to this ugly crap football, shall we call it. And Timo Werner on the edge of the box, Son Heung-min to Telles, to Kevin De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne on the edge of the box, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Kevin De Bruyne on again. Just wasting the clock. He knows he wants to make a change, so he wants to waste as much time as possible. Bruno Fernandes in the middle. Aubameyang, and it's 6-3. And looks like the game has been sealed in its fate. The manager can make changes all he wants, but I don't think it's going to make an ounce of difference. I won't blame you if you decide to turn off the video now, because this is an absolute disgusting display. Thank you very much for watching. And I will have to sit through the rest of this game and try to make it as entertaining as possible. But if I'm honest, this is just probably one of the worst games of football that I've seen. Despite the 3 goals that was scored by Danny Hotspur, though, they were fantastic. But I just don't see how this game can get any better. It seems like Danny Hotspur are the only team that are actually looking to play football out there, but they're the ones getting punished for it. At least it's not happening in Danny Hotspur's home at the KCOM Stadium. This is happening in probably the worst stadium in the game, the FUT Champions Stadium. Diogo Jota trying to make some energy. Oh, just past the post. They're not out of it just yet. They are trying. And here we go. There's a mistake there. Quincy Promise. And now it's Diogo Jota. Lays it off the Promise. 6-4. They're back in it. 65 minutes in. They were 6-3 down. And now it's 6-4. We have a game now. Or do we? It's Trent Alexander-Arnold. They need to respond now. Kill off the momentum that Danny Hotspur is trying to build here. Seems like them changes were made for the positive. They're trying to pass it around here. And that's a mistake there. He's just passed it straight to Quincy. And he's got speed, you know. He can run down that channel. He passed it over to Memphis. Memphis Depay finds space for Gravenberch. Oh, that's a terrible tackle and it's a penalty. Rightfully so. Absolutely stonewall penalty there. And here we go. Memphis Depay. He's not usually the penalty taker. It's normally Quincy. But I think he's quite quick to take this one here. He wants to take it quick. He wants to be precise with this one. And he buries it! Absolutely! 6-5 now with 20 minutes left to play. Danny Hotspur with all the momentum behind them. And now the other team need to respond here. And now they want to make changes now. Of course they do. I would as well. And the referee giving quite a interesting foul, shall we say. And there we go. There's the team there in a 4-2-4 formation. Bruno Fernandes and Kevin De Bruyne are not particularly defensive midfielders in the in midfield, really. And that's something that, you know, just it seems to happen a lot on FIFA, that despite you not being defensive midfielders, they put, you know, being attacking midfielders, they just put you there anyway. Or even if you're a striker, you know, you see it. But it's completely okay, you know, like this game accepts it for some reason. It's like, you know, the developers of this game, you could say, didn't even know what a game of football looks like and never played it before in their lives. And it's for some reason they just let the littlest things be accepted. It was almost like it was developed by 7-year-olds. Oh, and that's a grave mistake by the other team. As you can see, the first substitution they made was Rodrigo coming on. And I don't know what it is. It's a fantastic tackle from Ake. That's what that was. But I don't know what it is about Danny Hotspur. But when you put either a Leeds United kit, Leeds United badge, or Leeds United players on the other team, they just get into a second gear, a gear that they only know. And I worry for the other team now, Danny Hotspur, that they could go on and win this now after that fantastic mistake there. And Diogo Jota. Diogo Jota just holding up the ball here. Takes a shot, saved by Alisson, only just got to the fingertips. They're going for the same play again, going it short. Had they learnt their lesson from the last game? They have not! It's gone in again! Gravenberch, the youngster from Ajax, ties up the game with 10 minutes to go. We have a game here. Will this go to extra time? I don't think so. Danny Hotspur don't look like that. They look like they want the win. They want it all. They're not done yet. Nathan Ake passing around the back, trying to keep possession here. Van Bergen now. Sacco's just come on as a substitute. He's climbing. He's climbing up the pitch. He's still climbing. But Mendy can't get past him. Denzel Dumfries! Do you believe in miracles? The captain does. He scored earlier in the first half, and he's scoring now for the winning goal. Or it could well be. There's so many twists and turns in this game, I don't know what's going to happen. 8 minutes left. It's 7-6 to Danny Hotspur. Denzel Dumfries keeping the ball going. Van Bergen. They're pressing up the field. It looks like they're not done just yet. Rashford taking it out now. Hotspur with possession. Denzel Dumfries. 2 goal scorers. He's on his hat-trick. Quincy Promise. He's got speed, you know, and he's got a lot of room here to work with. Just trying to keep hold of the ball here. Mendy can't contain him here, but he is moving backwards. Gravenberch. Adama Traore finds acres of space for Depay, who lays it off to Quincy Promes. Scores! Another goal for Danny Hotspur, burying the other team, sealing the deal, putting the final nail in the coffin. It's 8-6 now, and this stadium fans in this FUT Champion Stadium, I mean, if they had any ounce of emotion, I imagine they would all be leaving whatsoever, but because they're plastic simulations, it doesn't really matter. They may as well be cardboard cutouts in a COVID pandemic, but still, 89 minutes. Who would have thought when they were 6-3 down, when there was 20 minutes to go, that they would have been even further ahead, 9-6, and the other manager wants to stop the game, and I don't think it's to make any more changes. I think it's to quit the game. What a glorious result for Danny Hotspur. What a glorious result for FIFA, for football in general. Thank you very much for watching. This has been an absolute pleasure to commentate for you.